Narrated عن جابر ibn Abdillah رضي الله عنهما. Jabir ibn Abdullah, may Allah be pleased with him. His name is Abu Abdullah. He's also known as Abu Abdurrahman, and he's also known as Abu Muhammad. These are three kuna which are given to him. Jabir ibn Abdullah, both him and his father were companions. Ibn Amr ibn Haram, ibn Ka'b al-Ansari, as-Salami. He was among those who witnessed the pledge of Aqabah before the Prophet Muhammad went to make hijrah to Medina. There were pledges of Aqabah where some from the Ansar, some from Medina would come and negotiate with Prophet Muhammad, making a pledge with him that if he comes to Medina, he'll be safe. Now, before making the migration. Jabir ibn Abdullah was among those who attended these meetings. And he mentioned that the Prophet of Allah went out for 21 battles, expeditions, ghazwa, and he witnessed 19 of them. SubhanAllah. So after the Prophet Muhammad made the migration, Jabir was with him for a long period and most of his time. And because of that, he witnessed a lot from the life of Prophet Muhammad and he was among those who narrated the most ahadith of Prophet Muhammad. He was among the al-mukthiruna min as-sahaba fi riwayah. He narrated 1,540 hadith, okay? And 58 of them are muttafaqun alayh, are agreed upon, collected by both Bukhari and Muslim. Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhuma was known for his diligence in seeking knowledge, ikhwani akhawat, especially as it relates to traveling to seek knowledge. Imam Bukhari has a chapter in his Sahih which is entitled Babul Khuruji fi Talab al-Ilm, the chapter as it relates to departing to seek knowledge, traveling to seek knowledge. And he said, وَرَحَلَ جَابِرُ بْنِ عَبْدِ اللَّهِ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمَا مَسِيرَةَ شَهْرٍ إِلَى عَبْدِ اللَّهِ بْنِ أُنَيْسٍ فِي حَدِيثٍ وَاحِدٍ. Allahu Akbar. That Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu, he was among the ulama, among the Sahaba. He traveled one entire month from Medina to Sham to meet Abdullah ibn Unais in order to hear just one hadith. Subhanallah bihamdi. Look at his severe love for the hadith of the Messenger ﷺ and how much he would sacrifice in order to obtain it. As we know, traveling, especially back then where there was no ACs, there were no cars, it was extremely hard to travel, ikhwani wa akhawat. Now, alhamdulillah, it's been made easier. Wallahi alhamd. But back then, there was nothing to protect you from the heat. It was just you and your camel, Allah musta'an, your caravan. That's it. He traveled a whole entire month like that to meet a man just to hear one hadith. Imagine that. Some of us, we won't go to a masjid for a lecture, which contains more than one hadith, inshallah. It contains ayat and ahadith and more than that. But Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhuma traveled a whole entire month for only one hadith. What great examples. And this is why it's important for us to learn about them as well, and learn about their seerah, so they can motivate us in our affairs, our daily affairs. And there's a beautiful statement mentioned by our mashaykh. They said, "Man lam yakun ruhala, la yakun lahu ruhla." Man lam yakun ruhala, this is the proper pronunciation, yani whoever is not abundant in their traveling and seeking knowledge, la yakun lahu ruhla, then no one will travel to them to seek knowledge. If they don't travel themselves to seek knowledge, then people will not travel to them. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. And because Jabir traveled a lot to seek knowledge, it's mentioned in his biography, collected by Waqi' in his Musannaf, that Hisham ibn Urwa, he said about Jabir that he had a circle of knowledge in the Prophet's masjid, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He had a whole chair for himself, or a circle of knowledge, halaqah, in the Prophet's masjid, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where people will come and travel and seek knowledge from him. Subhanallah. You see how when he was a student, he would travel, seek knowledge, and now how Allah Azza wa Jalla honored him with a seat in the Prophet's masjid, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where people sought knowledge from him. Naam, hakadha talab al-ilm ya akhwana akhwat. And everyone should travel to the best of their ability. If you can't travel abroad or different city, at least travel to your masjid, right? Get out your house and travel to your masjid. If you can't do that, then at least turn on your phone and listen to a lecture. Everyone has to do what is in accordance to their ability. Naam. Jabir died in Medina during his 78 years after Hijrah. And he was 94 years old, radiallahu anhuma. Naam. So that's a little bit about the great Sahabi.